Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to our January 10th Village Board meeting. At this time, I'd like to ask everybody to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for a moment of silence for our armed forces serving throughout the world.
Very enthusiastic. That was great. You're welcome.
Okay, again, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Village Board meeting. Tonight is our mid-year reorganization, but, excuse me? Okay, I'm going to introduce the board. I usually don't, but I guess.
It's our first meeting with new
It's
people.
our first meeting with new people. Okay, let's make sure I can get everybody's name right. Who's at the end? At the end, I have Trustee Andrew Giacomazza. Did I get that right?
No.
Oh. Next to him, I have Trustee Jesus Gomez. Next to him, I have Trustee Tom Flood. And next to him, I have Trustee Tim Egan. And next to me, I have our village clerk, Desiree Potvin, and I'm Mike Queen and the mayor. Good?
Good job.
Okay, like I said, it's our mid-year reorganization, but up first, we have oath of office for our two new trustees, Andrew and Jesus. So that's what we'll do first, the swearing in. So I don't know where you want to do it. Do you want to do it at the podium over there, or?
We can do it in front of the flag.
Okay. Do one at a time. So you want to do Andrew first, or
I will do whoever wants me to do them first.
who wants to go first? No, just one. Sure. Photo op.
Yeah, come on. Go up there.
I don't know. I noticed on Facebook that everyone getting sworn in has their wife next to them, so you should come on up. It's a trend, apparently. I
We don't have a lot.
First.
Okay. You're just going to sit there and you're going to stare longingly at him and admiringly at him.
Why start now?
Raise your hand. And repeat after me. You can hold that. I state your name.
Andrew Giacomazza.
Forgot the I.
I, Andrew Giacomazza,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States
to uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
while faithfully discharging the duties of village trustee to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
That's good. Shake his hand. Yeah. Next.
You can come back here if you want to take a picture.
You can walk around. Come on up. Stand on the table. Okay. Here you go. Just repeat after me. Yep. I state your name.
I, Jesus Gomez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States
to uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the United New York,
while faithfully discharging the duties
while faithfully discharging the duties of
village trustee
village trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome. Anyone else?
Okay, like I said several times already, it's our mid-year reorganization, and the first thing I want to do is to appoint Tim Egan as deputy mayor. And then I want to ask Desiree to please read the board liaison appointments.
Liaison to the town board will be Mayor Queenan and trustee Egan. Liaisons to the planning board will be trustee Flood and trustee Gomez. Liaison to the zoning board will be trustee Egan and trustee Giacomazza. Did I say that right?
You did, Desiree.
All
That's
right,
good.
just checking.
You got it.
Liaison to the fire department is trustees Egan and trustee Flood. Liaisons to the water sewer department is Mayor Queenan and trustee Giacomazza. Liaison to the building department is Mayor Queenan and trustee Gomez. Liaison to the highway department is trustees Flood and trustee Gomez. Employee liaison is Mayor Queenan and trustee Giacomazza and Mazza. Sorry. And insurance liaison is trustee Giacomazza and trustees Gomez.
Okay, could I have a motion to approve those appointments?
I'll make that motion.
Have a second? I'll second it.
Mike, we were going to let him second it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna have a rehearsal, you should include me.
We're rolling with it.
So I withdraw my second.
I second that then.
Hey.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Since I've been a liaison to the planning board for quite a while, I'd like to offer a trade, perhaps. Andrew, would you mind switching with me? Or,
Well, just so you know, it's up to the mayor because he assigns the liaison, so you'd have to,
understand, getting a
So
ball
you're asking for a trade?
for a player to be named later? maybe?
Well, I would like to keep it the way it is for a month, and I'll explain it to you later.
Okay.
I think what we have, I think I would like to see two experienced ZBA members attend a couple of meetings, and then we can rediscuss it, because I think, and I don't want to belittle, but I think the ZBA gets into areas they shouldn't be getting.
No, you're right, I understand.
So I'm trying to, work on that. So I think it'd be good to have the two ex-ZBA guys be the liaisons to the ZBA for at least a month or two. Okay? So, any more discussion, any further discussion? But you could always bring that up at a later date. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, Desiree, could you please read the rest of the mid-year reorganization?
to appoint as appeals officer for foils, Michael Queenan, as village clerk, treasurer, registrar, Desiree Potvin, and procurement officer, Michael Queenan.
Okay, we need a motion for that.
Yes.
Could I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You need a motion and a second to adopt the meeting and public comment procedures.
Okay, do you have a motion on that?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
We got our rhythm now, so we're good.
I need a motion and a second to adopt the procurement policy.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
That's it.
Okay, thank you, Des. Okay, administrative business. Motion to accept the minutes from our meeting held December 13, 2018.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Excuse me, I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion to accept the minutes from our meeting held December 27, 2018.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Desiree, could you please read abstract 15?
Abstract 15 contains vouchers 181363 through 181424, and it totals $283,602.58.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Motion to approve abstract 15.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Now I need a motion to approve a fire department equipment request for 2019-01 totaling approximately $543.64 for the purchases of 4 gas monitors.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we also have to schedule a meeting to interview candidates for the ZBA. So I need a motion to schedule a special meeting. We discussed this a few minutes before our meeting, to be held on January 22nd at 7 p.m. here at Village Hall to conduct interviews for the vacancy of the Zoning Board of Appeals.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, old business. Motion to authorize the mayor, me, to sign a consent to assignment and sublease and estoppel certificate with Orange County Poughkeepsie Limited Partnership, doing business as Verizon Wireless, successor in interest to the APC Towers LLC. This is in relation to the cellular tower being erected on village property in Amdahl Park.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, bids for the flood barrier. At the request of the village engineer, this item has been tabled for this evening. Now it's acceptance of bids for the hydrant replacement. Desiree, could you please read the bids?
The bid opening was held on December 19th, and the notice was printed in the Times Herald Record on December 3rd. The following bids were received. TAM Enterprises from Goshen, New York, $51,200. Jory Excavating of Middletown, New York, $92,000. Malum Enterprises of Monroe, New York, $125,000. Boyce Excavating of Slate Hill, New York, $156,920.
Thank you. We had a recommendation from our engineer, Dennis Lindsay, stated he believes the competitive bids were received and that they recommend the project be awarded to the low bidder, which is TAM. So may I have a motion to award the bid to TAM Enterprises in the amount of $51,200 for the project known as hydrant replacement?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
New business. We have an extra item. Dennis Lynch has separated from Freerick, Lynch, and McCartney and Nugent, and is now with the law firm Blanchett, what?
Blanchard.
Blanket? Blanket and Wilson LLP. Since Attorney Lynch is the attorney on record for several issues that are still ongoing, I'd like to continue to use him for the remaining items. Desiree, could you please read the resolution?
The village board hereby authorizes the law firm of Blanchard and Wilson LLP, Dennis Lynch of counsel, to continue to handle all pending legal matters currently being handled by Dennis Lynch until such matters are concluded, including but not limited to the pending local law concerning utility devices, land use issues concerning the estate of Neiman, and the Justice Court matter of People versus Hikara Affordable Housing. So long as Dennis Lynch continues to personally handle such matters, and the village requests Ferrick, Nugent, McCartney to turn over any relevant documents in these matters to Blanchard and Wilson. The village will hereby confirm that it shall continue to use the services of the law firm Ferrick, Newton, McCartney, P. LLC on an as-needed basis for any new legal matters as determined by the village on the same terms and conditions as currently apply to such representation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Motion to adopt the resolution that was just read by Clerk Podvin.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we had two items on the agenda tonight, streetlights on Integer Road and streetlights on Route 32. This has to do with the construction that's going on down at the interchange down there by exit 131. There's going to be new lighting put in, and we've been going back and forth with the DOT in the state of New York and Yonkers, mostly the DOT. The issues are they're not going to put in lights that are sanctioned by O&R, meaning that O&R will not maintain the lights. Well, that's a problem for the village of Woodbury. So there's an agreement on the table now that after looking at it, we decided it needs further review. And the agreement's going to be that the village of Woodbury will pay for the energy of these lights, but the New York State DOT will be responsible for the maintenance of the lights. So There's going to be lights on 17 that New York State will pay for the energy, and there's going to be lights going underneath the underpass going under 32 on the new extension of Nininger. That will be paid for by the DOT. But all the lights, street lights on Nininger and 32 that we currently have, or mostly currently have, will be new lights, but we will still remain responsible for paying the energy on those lights. But the maintenance will be with New York State DOT. However, due to some questions about the resolution, we're going to table these items until further review by our attorney. So, resolution on streetlights on Nininger Road is tabled, and resolution streetlights on 32 are tabled. So with that, that concludes our business for this evening. So with that, I'm going to go out to the public, and anybody who would like is welcome to come up to the mic and comment about anything they would like to do. And we have somebody coming right up already. Congratulations to all of you
Thank you. Congratulations to the new village trustees on being sworn in tonight. I wish you all well, as I wish you all, as our board, a good new year for 2019. My name is Cliff Ader. I live on Pheasant Run here in Highland Mills. And I've come before the board several times before as our village is faced with a lot of changes. And it's ironic that we started this meeting facing the flag and pledging allegiance and saying liberty and justice for all. Just like it says in the Constitution, promote the general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty. I come to you, I implore you, I request fairness, which definition says impartial and just treatment or behavior without favoritism or discrimination. I came to the village and I spoke to a couple of members about placing a menorah at the village property several months ago, and I was denied, citing that it was a religious implement. And I know we've been discussing Erevs in our village for a very long time, and it seems to be the biggest thing in the village of Woodbury. Also, a religious item. On my block, which is Pheasant Run, not too far from the reservoir, I'm forced to drive under Erevs, and I'm not Hasidic. All right, I've asked the village several times. I'm told for the last 9 months that this is in the hands of attorneys. It's attached to village property. It's attached to village street signs and village fences, and I'm tired of driving underneath them. I'm wondering if I can attach whatever I want to village property and let it go on for 9 months, because it's all I hear time after time after time. It doesn't stop there. And I can cite Village Code 31025 with swimming pools. When I pass Landview seasonal housing, there are 18-foot fences, which is prohibited by code. I've implored the village to do something about it. The building inspector goes there, he summonses them, they conveniently take it down at the end of the season, case dismissed. I'm forced to get a variance and pay $250 to get my fence erected. Doesn't stop there. During certain holidays, I'll cite Purim, violating our Village Code 31015, which is a sound ordinance. The music is blasted. I call the police, nothing is done. I wonder how quick I would be cited if I was the one raising a ruckus and creating such an enormous audible problem. Doesn't stop there. Continues. I'm forced to pick up garbage. Bring this box with me tonight, similar to the boxes that I pick up 4 and 5 times a week at my house. Potato chip bags, which I know belong to not me, because they have Hebrew written on them. I pick that up every day on my block rather than complain, because nothing gets done. I constantly hear anti-Semitism, which is the battle cry. Whenever we try to enforce our rules, I think most of you know that I am Jewish. Should I evoke anti-Semitism against the village also, because my rights are being violated? All I want is fairness. I'd like the village to enforce the rules that have been enacted long before 2019. It's not anti-Semitism. the rules for the welfare of all of us. Either we have rules that were legally enacted, mind you, or we don't have rules at all. And none of these meetings are worth anything if we're going to enforce some rules and not all of them. I implore the village members, the new board members, to be fair to everybody who resides in this town. Most of you know me. I'm a benevolent, honest person. I volunteer in the town, and I'll do anything for anybody. And I have for the 19 years that I've resided here. Because our village and town is changing doesn't mean that the rest of us can't enjoy the same rights and privileges that we deserve. Enough is enough. All I ask for is fairness. Please do something about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your comments. I was going to say anybody in the first row, but Cliff was faster than any of you, so. Is anybody in the first row want to speak? Anybody in the second row? Anybody in the third row? Anybody in the back? Anybody else in the corner? You want to speak, son?
Oh, Maria's going up.
Oh, I thought it was going.
Maria Hunter, as chairperson of the Beautification Commission, I'd like to thank the Woodbury Highway Department, all the personnel, Superintendent Wyatt, for helping us once again this year with our decorations. They go over and beyond, sometimes get a slight shock of electricity through their system, but I want to thank them for helping us out with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else at all? Okay, Mickey, you have anything? No. Jessica? Rob? Okay, Trustee Giacomazza?
First, I'd like to begin by pointing out.
You only got 2 minutes, but.
Only got 2 minutes, okay. Okay, I'll make it quick. So today on our campaign page, we thanked Buddy Mikolajic and Neil Kraus. This job was made more difficult due to the fact that we're placing two people who have been on the board for some time and have done a lot for the village board and have done a lot for this community. I want to thank them for their years of service, and I want to thank them for all their counsel and advice during the campaign and since the campaign has ended. Jesus and I did a lot of talking during this campaign, and we plan on, we put out a platform, we adapted the platform, and we plan on working diligently to make everything we promised a reality. So on behalf of Jesus and I'd like to thank everybody for their support during the campaign. My wife, who put up with so much, and my kids. I want to thank Don Siebold and the Republican Party of Woodbury. And I'm looking forward to getting started. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Gomez?
Well, he covered most of it, so thank you all that came out to support us. Thank you for today. And yes, he did a lot of talking for us. So I just want to thank my wife, my children, the support I got from the family, and all those that backed us. And we hope that we can fulfill at least most, if not all. And we're only two guys. There's a whole board. So what can be done is done by the work that we all do as a board. And hopefully we can also count on others with the town, and hopefully we can bring back Woodbury to what it used to be, the reasons why we all moved up here. And with your support and your backing and your help and your guidance, hopefully we can achieve those goals. Thank you all so much for everything.
Thank you. And we're usually not this formal, so.
Yes.
It's the
This will
first
be the
night,
last
so-
time you see me in this.
No, I mean,
I'm making no promises.
we usually don't use the title trustee, but tonight we will. Trustee Flood?
The fact to follow. Welcome, guys. Best of luck. I must say, it was a joy to work with Neil and Buddy for the last several years. One thing we've been very good at is we've been a team, and we've tried to work together, and I look forward for that cooperation with you guys. and that kind of collaboration. For the first speaker, I heard you loud and clear. Thank you for your comments for tonight, from public comment. Thank you, Cliff. And we'll look into that for sure. And I just want to say, Maria, thank you for, it was beautiful around the village this holiday, and Rob, team, all the employees for the village and for the town. Just wanted to say thank you for your service. So that's it for tonight. Thank you.
Trustee Egan?
Well, again, welcome, the board guys. We're looking forward to working with you folks. I love to see so many people at a village board meeting. I hope that we can continue this kind of attendance throughout the year. Happy New Year to everybody. And also, again, Cliff, thank you for your comments. And Rob, I think you guys were out this morning, right? Or was it? It was one morning this week, and all these days ran into each other. I saw them on the way to work, and I made a mental note of that as well. So thank you for that. And thank you for the beautification committee for putting up such great decorations year after year after year. It separates us from a lot of other communities. It's really nice to see. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you. Clerk Parkin? Okay, I'd also like to welcome our two new board members, Trustee Giacomazza and Trustee Gomez, and welcome aboard. And we do try to work together as a team here to get things done and accomplished for the people of Woodbury. I mean, you heard people thank our Highway Department and our Water and Sewer Department. We're very fortunate. We have great employees. We have a great volunteer fire department. We have a great highway department, great building department. I mean, people of Woodbury are very lucky, very proud of our employees here. And anyway, I want to also thank the people who spoke tonight, and as Trustee Flood, staying formal, we'll take a look at that again, okay? I just wanted to address an issue that really kind of came up today. A couple of days ago, I received a letter from the town clerk stating that the town board adopted a motion at the January 3rd meeting to schedule a meeting with the village board to discuss a resolution on the lawsuit that the town board brought against the village. And, I want to make it clear, this is not an attack. I'm just getting information out there because I find it hard to believe that they are sincere in seeking a resolution when today I was notified that the town is appealing an adverse decision that was made against them in this case. The reality is, publicly, they are trying to give the impression that they are seeking a solution, when in fact their conduct indicates the opposite. We're willing to meet, and we'll still meet, even though these shenanigans are going on in the background. But I don't hold much hope in that all the members of the town board are serious about ending this madness when they are expanding the litigation. Just so people understand, I want to be clear that the town of Woodbury is suing the village of Woodbury. The village of Woodbury is not suing the town of Woodbury. Okay, the village of Woodbury is only defending itself against this senseless lawsuit. The town of Woodbury can end this insanity and the waste of taxpayers' money tomorrow just by withdrawing the lawsuit. Again, I want to state, this is not an attack on the town board, it's just stating facts. I'm not sure what members of the town board support this, because a lot of this is done in executive session, I assume. So I'm really not sure who's voting for this, to continue this and to expand the lawsuit. But I think it doesn't really show that they are serious in trying to find a resolution. So I think I said enough on that. And again, I want to thank Andrew and Jesus, because like I said, we're very informal here. So the last time you're probably going to hear me call you trustee. So anyway, unless anybody has anything else, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make them. Gentlemen, please.
And I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you and good night.